It is clear in referendums you often get an answer to a question that wasn't asked, and in this case it could be the government. But I think we need, that Irish society needs to think very carefully. The government, in a way, can wait. The government is another issue, and this, if it is one, won't be won by the government, because the government, in my view,
you don't want people to be voting on a non-issue as far as the Lisbon Treaty is concerned.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But can
like issues to do with us leaving the European Union, like Europe is good for jobs, strong Europe is good for all that stuff. All rubbish arguments, nothing to do with the Lisbon Treaty.
Can I say that the Lisbon Treaty exists in a context? It's not a standalone, that there are no consequences of how we vote. And in fact, the point I tried to make earlier was very clear from the woman who was here from Open Europe, and we had the UK Independence Party here yesterday. These forces are in Ireland fighting a British battle. What they want is for us to vote no, for Cameron to have a referendum, and
horror of horrors, the British people might have a say.
No.
Wouldn't that be awful, wouldn't it?
If the British people have a say, absolutely. Now, what you then have to ask is...
to avoid that.
Vincent, could you just... This actually is serious. What will happen then is the dynamic in the system is a group of states will move to protect the system. But they aren't going to let it collapse.
That is another bogus argument. It is impossible. It cannot be done. The idea that a group of states would go ahead and form
Have you looked at the enhanced cooperation? Have you looked at the enhanced cooperation?
It cannot be done without a further treaty, and we would have the right to veto that treaty.
Vincent.
And I'll tell you my authority on that. The people, the legal department in the European Commission that drafted this treaty.
But what you're not taking into account is the fact that already in Nice there are provisions for enhanced cooperation. I never said there was going to be a treaty outside the EU. You immediately jumped to a conclusion. All I'm saying is there is no cost-free no, and there are consequences. And in my view, the major countries will move to protect the system. I think in all of this...
So you're not happy if the people vote. You're not happy if they vote on an issue which is tangential or nothing to do with the Lisbon Treaty, to do with expressing dissatisfaction of the government. But you are happy if they vote on another issue that is irrelevant to the Lisbon Treaty, and that's the argument that the other states will go ahead without.
They also relation to the Irish crisis, and we also need to take... There is very serious concern about Irish sovereign default, that we'll actually go broke. And if we go broke, the IMF will come in, and that'll be bad for all of us.
I mean,
we need to take a long-term view. You've reopened
the debate on Lisbon now again, Vincent, which is fine by me. But you know, here's another blackmail argument to terrify. You are terrified.
I'm entitled to give a judgment.
Let me see.
Would you not just stop interrupting?
Let me
Joe say his point.
This is an argument to terrify the Irish people, that the economy will be even worse than it is at the moment if they vote no. It's a very dishonest approach, because we should vote on Lisbon because of what is in Lisbon, and because, in my view, that is damaging to ordinary people. Now, I want to as well...
I'm sorry. We've got to take... We have to take 3 breaks in the middle of this programme, and we have to take another break now, so join us in a moment. It's a short break, John.